Hey guys, welcome to my video. I'm me and today I want to tell you about the space animals. The first organisms to travel from Earth to space were not human beings but fruit flies. In 1947, the United States military launched a rocket into space containing the fruit flies to test the effects of radiation at high altitudes. The rocket traveled 109 kilometers and opened its parachute. Scientists recovered the fruit flies which were still alive after their space journey. In order to test whether space travel would be safe for human beings, scientists sent many animals into space after the fruit flies experiment. In the early 1950s, both the United States and the Soviet Union sent mice into space, and by the end of the decade started sending dogs and monkeys too. In 1957, the Soviet Union launched a spacecraft into orbit, a circle pattern around the Earth, with a dog on board named Laika. Although the orbit was successful, Laika died because scientists did not yet know how to safely land and recover an orbiting spacecraft to Earth. In December of 1958, an American Space Agency (NASA) launched a monkey into space. The monkey's name Gordo survived the intense physical pressure of being launched into space and coming back to Earth. However, Gordo's rocket did not deploy its parachute properly due to a malfunction, and his spacecraft sank into the ocean. During 1960s, both the United States and Soviet Union were in a race to land a person on the moon. This competition, also called the space race, meant that scientists had to find out much more information about space travel. As a result, many more animals were launched into space as a part of the experiment. In April of 1960s, the Soviets launched two dogs, Belka and Strelka, into space, and they were the first animal to return to Earth alive. The Soviet leader at the time gave one of the Strelka pups to the American president's wife, Jacqueline Kennedy, as a present. The Americans trained a chimpanzee named Ham to push buttons and pull switches. Scientists want to see if it were possible for humans to perform tasks while in space. Up until then, astronauts mainly sat still during space flight and did not do anything except during the launch and landing stage of their flight. Ham performed his task successfully in space, and NASA used this information when they sent a man to land on the moon in 1969. These days, animals are still sent to space to gain important information. Frogs, chickens, moths, spiders, scorpions, butterflies, and even turtles have been sent into space within the last 10 years by various countries in Europe, as well as Japan, China, and Russia. Because of these methods, is safest way of collecting data for future space travel, and we can also learn about a lot about biology. Space animals will likely be used for many more years in the future. And the next thing I want to tell you is about Los Angeles. Los Angeles, or so-called LA, is a city in the United States of America. It's located in Southern California. There are about 4 million people that live in the city and over 18 million people in the LA region. The city has an area of 1,200 square kilometers. LA has the second largest population in any city in the USA. The first being New York City, and the largest city is California. The weather is really warm and dry during the summer, and is cold and rainy in the winter. The weather is usually cooler near the sea, so the beaches do not get as hot in the summer. It's very rare for temperatures to go below freezing. The city does not get a lot of rain each year, although the amount can change from year to year. LA has many famous sites. There are many long beaches such as Venice Beach. Many visitors go to Hollywood, home to Hollywood's Walk of Fame, or visit the famous SeaWorld. Los Angeles also have many fine museums such as LA Country Museum of Art and the Getty Museum. Okay, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.